Why does the number 47 appear in every single Tom Cruise movie, contract, and public appearance? His first film had a 47-day shooting schedule. His Mission Impossible stunts always involve 47 safety protocols. He's been married for a total of 47 years across all relationships. Even his recent interviews last exactly 47 minutes. Industry insiders are terrified because they've discovered what happens when Tom reaches his 47th occurrence. And that moment is coming in 2025. It started with a simple observation by film archivist Dr. Rebecca Martinez while digitizing Hollywood production records for the Academy Archives. She was cataloging Tom Cruise's filmography when she noticed something that made her stop cold. Every single movie Tom had ever made contained the number 47 in some form. At first, it seemed like coincidence. Risky Business had a 47-day shooting schedule. Top Gun featured aircraft numbered 47. The Color of Money showed pool balls totaling 47 points in key scenes. But as Dr. Martinez dug deeper, the pattern became impossible to ignore. Rain Man, 47 toothpicks scattered on the floor. Born on the 4th of July, 47 wounded soldiers in the hospital scene. A Few Good Men, 47 mentions of military protocol in the script. Jerry Maguire, Help Me, Help You was said exactly 47 times throughout the film. I thought I was losing my mind, Dr. Martinez later explained in a closed interview. So I started checking his personal life, his contracts, his public appearances. The pattern wasn't just in his movies, it was everywhere. Tom's marriage to Mimi Rogers lasted 47 months. His relationship with Nicole Kidman, 47 public red carpet appearances. With Katie Holmes, 47 documented dates before their engagement. Added together, his total time married across all relationships equals exactly 47 years. His Mission Impossible contracts specify 47 different safety protocols for each stunt. His production company has 47 employees. Even his famous intensity during interviews. Each response averages exactly 47 words. Dr. Martinez reached out to numerologist and pattern recognition expert Dr. Samuel Chen, who ran the data through advanced statistical analysis software. The probability of this occurring by chance, Dr. Chen calculated, is approximately 1 in 847 trillion. This isn't coincidence. This is systematic, purposeful, and frankly impossible without deliberate planning. But planned by whom? And for what purpose? The investigation team expanded, including investigative journalist Sarah Kim, who began tracking the 47 pattern through Tom's public appearances, interviews, and even his social media activity. His Instagram posts are scheduled 47 minutes apart when he's promoting a film, Kim discovered. His interviews with major networks are exactly 47 minutes long. Even his charity donations, every single one is either $47,000 or a multiple of 47. The pattern was so precise, so consistent across decades, that it suggested something far more organized than personal preference or superstition.
As the research team dug deeper, they uncovered evidence that the 47 pattern extended far beyond Tom's career into areas that should have been impossible for him to control. Film critic and data analyst Marcus Webb discovered that box office numbers for Tom's movies showed the same pattern. Not the total grosses, which would be impossible to predict, but specific milestones. Every Tom Cruise film hits exactly $47 million in domestic revenue on its 47th day of release, Webb documented. Not approximately, exactly, down to the dollar, for 30 years. This finding was so statistically impossible that Webb initially assumed his data was corrupted. But verification from multiple sources confirmed the pattern. Somehow, Tom's films were generating precisely $47 million after exactly 47 days, regardless of their overall success or failure. Entertainment industry economist Dr. Lisa Chen was brought in to analyze the financial implications. What we're seeing defies market behavior, Dr. Chen explained. Box office revenue follows predictable patterns based on audience demand, theater availability, and competition. But Tom's films seem to operate outside these constraints. It's as if the market is being manipulated to produce these specific numbers. The investigation expanded to Tom's stunt work, where pattern recognition specialist David Rodriguez made an even more disturbing discovery. "I analyzed footage from every stunt Tom has performed since 1986, Rodriguez reported. "The timing is impossible. Whether he's hanging from a plane, climbing a building, or jumping from a helicopter, the duration of each stunt sequence is exactly 47 seconds. Not 46, not 48, exactly 47 seconds, every single time." Frame-by-frame analysis confirmed Rodriguez's findings. Tom's stunts demonstrated precision that shouldn't be humanly possible. The timing was so exact that it suggested either supernatural control or access to time manipulation technology. But the most disturbing discovery came from former Paramount executive Maria Santos, who broke her 15-year silence about Tom's contracts. "Every deal Tom signs contains clauses that reference the number 47, Santos revealed in a protected interview. 47 takes for specific scenes, 47-day promotional tours, profit sharing calculated in 47ths. But here's what terrified the legal department. The contracts include provisions for 47 different contingencies that shouldn't be possible to predict. These contingencies, according to Santos, included specific dates when Tom would be unavailable for filming, exact box office benchmarks his films would hit, and even personal life events like divorces and marriages, all scheduled years in advance. It was like Tom knew exactly what would happen in his life and career for decades ahead of time, Santos explained. But how can anyone predict the future with that level of accuracy?
The research team's investigation took a dark turn when they discovered that the 47 pattern wasn't just recurring, it was building toward something. Digital forensics expert Alex Morgan was analyzing metadata from Tom's recent promotional materials when he noticed something that changed everything. "The pattern is accelerating," Morgan announced during an emergency team meeting. Instead of appearing once per project, the number 47 is now showing up multiple times per day. His social media posts, his public appearances, even the timing of his meals, everything is synchronized to the 47 pattern, and the frequency is increasing exponentially. Dr. Martinez pulled up her timeline analysis. "If my calculations are correct, Tom will reach his 47th major occurrence of the pattern in 2025. Based on the acceleration we're seeing, I believe that's when whatever this is leading to will finally happen." But what constituted the 47th occurrence? The team realized they needed to identify what qualified as a major event in the pattern. Film historian Dr. James Wright had been cataloging every instance of 47 in Tom's career and personal life. His findings were both comprehensive and terrifying. "I've documented 46 major manifestations of the pattern," Wright reported. "Each one corresponds with a significant transformation in Tom's life or career. His breakthrough role, his first marriage, his first Mission Impossible film, his involvement with Scientology, each divorce, each major stunt milestone. 46 life-changing events, all connected to the number 47. The 47th occurrence, according to Wright's analysis, would coincide with Tom's final Mission Impossible film and the completion of his current production contracts. But here's what's truly disturbing," Wright continued. "Each occurrence has required a greater sacrifice. His early career successes cost him normal relationships. His impossible stunts cost him conventional human limitations. His recent achievements seem to have cost him something even more fundamental." Investigative journalist Sarah Kim had been interviewing former associates of Tom who were willing to speak on condition of anonymity. Their accounts painted a picture of someone who was becoming increasingly disconnected from human experience. People who work with Tom describe him as not quite there during conversations, Kim reported. Like he's listening to something else or responding to cues only he can hear. His intensity isn't natural anymore. It's programmed.
The team began to suspect that the 47 pattern wasn't just about career success or personal achievements. It was about transformation, and possibly about payment for services rendered. Dr. Chen, the economist, had been analyzing Tom's financial records more deeply and discovered payment patterns that matched the 47 timeline. Tom has been making regular payments to 47 different entities, Dr. Chen revealed. The payments begin in 1983. Each payment coincides with a major occurrence in the pattern. But here's the impossible part. The bank accounts receiving these payments were established before Tom was even born. The investigation team's final discovery came from an unexpected source. A former security guard at Tom's Malibu mansion, who had been documenting strange occurrences for over a decade. Every December 3rd at 3:33 a.m., something happens that ain't normal, the guard explained in a distorted voice recording. The whole property goes dark for exactly 4 hours and 7 minutes. I ain't supposed to be there, but I've seen things. Shadows that move wrong. Voices that don't match any human throat. The security guard had been secretly recording these annual events, and the footage he provided changed everything the team thought they understood about Tom Cruise. The recordings showed Tom standing in what appeared to be a circle of 47 candles, speaking in a language that linguists couldn't identify. Around him, barely visible in the infrared footage, were shapes that seemed to respond to his words. This isn't just pattern recognition, Dr. Martinez realized as she reviewed the footage. This is a scheduled meeting. Tom isn't just experiencing the 47 pattern, he's reporting to it. The team's final analysis revealed the truth that Hollywood had been unconsciously witnessing for decades. Tom Cruise hadn't just made a deal with supernatural forces. He had made 47 separate deals. Each contract granted him specific abilities: ageless appearance, impossible stunt immunity, box office guarantee, photographic memory, superhuman endurance, and dozens of other enhancements that had made him the most successful action star in history. But every contract came with a price, paid in installments over decades. His relationships, his normal human connections, his ability to experience genuine emotion, all traded piece by piece for supernatural abilities. The research team discovered that 46 contracts had been fulfilled. The 47th and final contract, according to the pattern analysis, would complete Tom's transformation from human to something else entirely. The 47th occurrence isn't just another milestone, Dr. Wright concluded. It's graduation. Tom has been systematically trading his humanity for power, and the process is almost complete. But the most terrifying discovery was in the fine print of the contracts, which the team had finally managed to decode from the security footage. The 47 contracts weren't just about Tom Cruise. They were about creating a template. Tom was the prototype for a new kind of entertainment entity, a being that could perform impossible feats, never age, never fail, and never tire. When the 47th contract is fulfilled, the template becomes reproducible. Tom Cruise isn't just becoming something inhuman, Dr. Martinez realized with growing horror. He's becoming the blueprint for replacing human actors entirely. The investigation team made their findings public, but within 24 hours, all their research was confiscated by authorities who claimed national security implications. Dr. Martinez, Dr. Chen, and the other researchers were relocated to undisclosed locations for their protection. The security guard who provided the footage disappeared entirely. No missing person reports were filed. His employment records were scrubbed. It was as if he had never existed. But the 47 pattern continues, accelerating toward its final occurrence. Tom Cruise continues making movies, performing impossible stunts, and defying human limitations. To the public, he remains Hollywood's most dedicated action star. But for those who know the truth, Every new Tom Cruise movie is a countdown. Every stunt is a payment. Every interview is a progress report. And when the 47th contract is fulfilled, the age of human actors will end forever. The question isn't whether Tom Cruise made a deal with 47 demons. The question is whether we'll recognize the difference when the contracts are complete and something wearing Tom Cruise's face continues his career for the next century. Some patterns are coincidences, others are signatures, and the number 47 is how something inhuman has been signing its work in Hollywood for over 4 decades.